So tonight I'm doing a lesson on putting together a PSA. And so now PSAs are kind of the most deceptive thing that you're going to put together, just for the fact that they're pretty easy in the sense that it's really usually not a lot of effect, not a lot of twists and turns. You don't change music beds a ton. It's got a feel. There's more of a feeling involved with what you're putting together, and that's kind of the whole way it plays out, from the script, how you write it, how you want the voice actors to perform it, to the music bed and how it fades in, fades out, and where it hits and where it doesn't hit. So anyway, all that being said, I've got a few things in front of me here. I went ahead and laid down my vocals for this, and I'm just doing all the dialogue for myself, and I know I'll need to cut it up in one part right here, so I went ahead and I split that. Didn't need to bore you with me reading through it or whatever. But let's first start with my music bed that I've selected. Here, I'll let you get a listen for it right now. So it's kind of got a little feeling to it, and you can tell right out of the gate it's the kind of tone I'm going for with this PSA. But the one thing I want to do first with my music bed when I'm doing something where I really want the music bed to be definitely in the background, I don't want it to overpower any of what I'm doing. I only want it to add to the dialogue in the script that I wrote. So first things first, when I'm doing a PSA, I don't want to have anything that is in stereo for my music bed. And the reason being, if you look here, in the left channel it's bigger, in the right channel it's smaller, and sometimes they bounce back and forth depending on how the music is recorded in stereo. So what I like to do, I like to convert these to mono right out of the gate. So you can do that in Adobe Audition 13.0 by hitting Shift-T, and it will bring up this menu right here, Convert Sample Type. I want it to be a mono, 44.1 is fine. I'm going to hit OK. Watch. Now it converts it to a mono track. This way, it's not going to be distracting for the audience if it's bouncing back and forth from channel to channel. So now it's just going to be in one, it's going to be in both channels, but it's the same thing. Keep in mind, whenever we convert something from stereo to mono, now it is louder, okay? So now I have to adjust for that when I go back. So if I just click back in multi-track, there it is. It is now a mono track. So let me just slide it over here and we'll just jump right in. Okay. So each year, over 15,000 children are... I think I need some establishment on this. So let me give, I don't know, half a second, something like that, and see what it sounds like for the music to come in before the vocals. Each year, over 15,000 children are diagnosed with cancer, but there's hope. That was pretty good. Each year, over 15,000 children are diagnosed with cancer, but there's hope. Kelsey's Hope Foundation has donated... So I'm going to be pressed for time, but I would like this music bed to establish a little bit and help with the feeling of it. Diagnosed with cancer, but there's hope. Kelsey's Hope Foundation has donated over $500,000 to Hope. Kelsey's Hope Foundation has donated over $500,000 to pediatric cancer research, awarded 20 nursing scholarships, and granted wishes to 80 children with cancer. From trips to Disney, dinner with SpongeBob, and princess makeovers, to video games, music, and skydiving over Vegas, the foundation reminds children and families that there's no place like hope. For more info, visit kelseyshopefoundation.com. Giving hope to children with cancer. So you can tell the tone I was going for in the script I wrote. Audition.com. Giving hope to children with cancer. This will be the trick. Audition.com. Giving hope to children with cancer. Let's see. So, giving hope to children with cancer. So, really and truly, when you're putting together a PSA, it is feeling, it is script, and there's not going to be much effect. You can see this is one of the lighter projects we've ever done together. And so I'm just messing with the volume. I don't want it to be overwhelming. I don't want it to be overbearing. But you can tell from the script that I wrote, and now it's a little long. It's just 31.5, so there's some room I need to clean up in here too. You can tell from the script I wrote that it starts off very standard as a PSA. I'm kind of explaining the situation. This is the information about it. It's the ADA. I'm explaining the information about it, what this organization is about, what they're doing about it, how you can help. And so it's kind of A, B, C, and D right down the line, and the feeling and tone of the script was written as such. Each year, over 15,000 children are diagnosed with cancer. Okay, so you've got the info, the cold hard facts, but there's hope. Now we're going to do something about it. Kelsey's Hope Foundation has donated over $500,000 to pediatric cancer research, awarded 20 nursing scholarships, and granted wishes to 80 children with cancer. From trips to Disney, dinner with SpongeBob, and princess makeovers, to video games, music, and skydiving over Vegas. The foundation reminds children and families that there's no place like hope. For more info, visit Kelsey'sHopeFoundation.com, giving hope to children with cancer. Like I said, deceptively simple, deceptively hard. It depends on really how well you've written the script and how well that you and your other voiceover talent who are reading it interpret it and the direction that you offer for it. The music bed is crucially important as long as you have a good one that's not overbearing. Remember, if it's a stereo track, I like to convert those to mono whenever we're trying to convey a big feeling project. And really beyond that, make sure your fades are good. Make sure your volume isn't overwhelming as the track goes on. Each year, I like a fade in on a music bed and I like a fade out on a music bed. Children with cancer. That's pretty quick, but it's not terrible. I need it for time, so I probably need to reduce this. I could probably speed it up if I had to. That might lose some of the feeling, but there's some ways to play around with it. So as you're going into your project, just remember, in this situation, less is more because we're doing something for radio. So we want to convey the message that you've written. So it's as simple as that. If you have any questions, call, text, email. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot.